Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. Um, I do a lot of odd videos on UFOs and unexplained phenomena because, again, the Navy said they're real, so now we have to look at it with a different eye, you know, something with a little more credulity. There was an incident, you don't hear a hell of a lot about it now lately, but back in the 70s and 80s, man, it was real prevalent. And I'm talking about cattle mutilations. It's happened a lot in rural areas. The first, excuse me, that's a bit much. No, that's okay there. All right. The first mutilated animal corpses were, it started out in 1967 was when they were first recorded. And what this basically is these animals are found after the mutilation. Their organs are removed surgically. Flesh is stripped with surgical precision. This isn't predators coming and chewing the meat off. We're talking surgical precision. Bloodless incisions. In other words, somehow or other they're cutting the meat off of these animals and cutting and performing surgery on these animals. And there's no blood loss. There's literally no blood loss. There's no puddles of blood. There's no blood splatter, nothing like that. Bloodless incisions. The first documented case was a horse in 1967 in southern Colorado. The flesh was stripped off of the head and the neck area. Internal organs were surgically removed. There were no tracks in the area. Many such mutilations aren't even reported. Okay? And there's thousands of these all throughout the following decades. Especially in the 70s and 80s, it was very prevalent. People were real worried about it, especially ranchers. But nowadays it's not so prevalent, but back then it was real bad. Many of these mutilations have strange marks nearby in the ground, as if some large craft landed there. That's the prevailing theory. All right. Sorry, I had to let the cat out. These surgical procedures are a mystery in and of themselves. Let me get back to the strange craft. Now, a lot of these have marks on the ground near the animal. There's no tracks from the animal, but there's marks on the ground like something with legs landed, like like the legs fold down and it lands, or there's marks like somebody set up a tent or something, very heavy tent, and there's a lot of scorch marks. But around the animal, there's no tracks. This animal didn't walk there. This animal was dumped there. All right, now, the surgical procedures involved in this are a mystery because the tools and implements that they use, we don't have. A lot of people said it was lasers, laser precision, but yet our lasers burn the flesh around the cuts. That's not happening with these. This is just bloodless incisions. The cuts and the wounds, the surgical areas, the places where they're removed, it's all pristine. There's no blood splatter, nothing like that. It's just, they're pristine slices. Okay? Pinpoint accuracy. Really pinpoint accuracy. The excision of ear, eye, sex organs, rectum, jaw flesh, tongue. In order for this to work, they've theorized all of these items to be removed were removed in less than 2 minutes with high heat but no carbon residue, which means the flesh around it doesn't burn. That's not a laser, folks. That's not a laser scalpel or any hell, I ain't even heard that in science fiction that does that. No, not even that. Oh, honestly, I don't even know anything in science fiction that does that. I mean, it's creepy. It's really creepy. This has been going on for a long, long time. Since, like I said, 67. That's the year I was born. So it's been going on for at least 50 years, 52 years. Now, the excuses that's given by the authorities are predators, like, coyotes and wolves and stuff like that. But I don't know of a coyote that can hold a scalpel that'll do that. They're talking about satanic cults are doing this. Again, that's a well-funded satanic cult to have medical equipment that'll do that. And hoaxers. It's not a hoax. We're finding the dead animals. That's the mystery. If you're hoaxing a dead animal, the animal's not really dead. Well, they're finding the dead animals. It's not a hoax. Now, maybe the burn marks and stuff like that, you could probably fake those. You know, where it looks like something landed nearby. Maybe you could fake those. But when you have an open expanse area and there's no animal or other tracks in the area, how'd that animal get there? Did it fall out of the sky? Maybe it did. We don't know. My point is, some of these animals that are found in mesquite thickets, especially here in New Mexico. And they're found in the bottom of these mesquite thickets with no tracks around. You can't fall through a mesquite thicket without breaking stuff. You know, limbs and stuff like that. But the mesquite is okay. It's not disturbed. So, how did that animal get there? Did it materialize magically? Quantum teleportation like Star Trek? Again, this is a mystery. We don't know. It's an unsolved phenomenon. And a lot of people associate it with aliens because why else would anybody do that? I suppose if a government wanted to research how biological weapons or other biological phenomena affected living creatures on the planet, they could do that. But why couldn't they just buy cattle and go do it? Honestly. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You know? It's cheaper to buy the animals than to spend all that fuel in helicopters and whatnot to go find an animal, get it, perform the surgery, and then drop it back. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. Why this is happening, we don't know. How it's happening, we don't know. But it's happening. Unexplained phenomena. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.